Okay, welcome back. So for the last part of the question then, the last bookkeeping part of the question anyway, it says, show the relevant extract from the balance sheet as at. So the balance sheet extract is just any part of the balance sheet that is relevant to this question that we're doing. So since the question is all about revaluation of fixed assets, the fixed assets section of the balance sheet will be the first relevant part. So if we put in fixed assets, okay, your usual cost, depreciation, net book value. And it's for the end of 2011. So if you want to know what the total cost of fixed assets, and the fixed assets in this case is land and buildings, well, if you want to know what the total cost is at the end of 2011, then you go to your ledger account for 2011 and you look at your balance. So the balance carried down at the end of 2011 is 950,000. So that's the amount that goes into your cost here, 950,000. If you want to know what the total aggregate depreciation is at the end of 2011, you go to your depreciation account, one moment, the 2011 depreciation account, and you check what your balance carried down, and in this case it's 19,000, okay, at the end of 2011, so 19,000. And then your net book value, well, you don't have to get that from somewhere else. You can just say cost minus depreciation gives you net book value, so that would be 931,000, isn't it? Okay, and that's it for the fixed assets part of the balance sheet extract. Now, there's one other section of the balance sheet which is relevant to this question, and it's where the revenue reserve and the revaluation reserve go. It's the bottom half, the financed by section, and more specifically the capital and reserves section of the financed by section. So what we might start with here, you don't have to put in the financed by part, you can just put in the capital and reserves heading. And it's important that the revaluation reserve is put in first and then the revenue reserve. You may lose marks if you put them the other way around. Reserve, revenue reserve. And again, all you need to do is go to your accounts and get the balance from each of them. Now, we didn't do a balance for the revenue reserve, so we may have to do a little bit of addition. But if I find my revenue reserve and revaluation reserve again, here it is. So the revaluation reserve, the balance carried down and brought down, if you like, here, but it's at the end of 2011, 31st of the 12th, 2011, is 327,300. That's my revaluation reserve figure at the end of the year, 327,300. And my revenue reserve figure, well, we didn't balance this, but had we balanced it, we know that it would have been whatever the total of those two figures is, because this is the bigger side, 197,600, if I added those two together. So 197,600, then to balance this account, I would have had to have 31st of the 12th, 11 balance carried down, 197,600 to make these two totals the same. So you don't have to balance it like that. All you have to do is add these two figures together and you've got your amount for the balance sheet extract. So what did I say? 197,600. 197,600, and no adding, no totaling or anything like that. It's only showing you a part of the balance sheet, this part and that part, and that's it.